I don't know if you can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. But let me also see if I can show you what I'm doing with Descript. I guess, I don't know if you can like share your screen like Zoom. Let's see. Oh, you can. Perfect. Okay. This is my first time going live, so let me know if you can't hear me. So I'm just signing into Descript on this laptop, and then I'll share my screen. Okay, so, hey. I don't know if you can hear me. Yay, perfect. Okay, so I use Descript to edit. So my process I do long form. Let's take this off. Okay, great. I do long form. So usually what I'll do is that I will record on Zoom clips first, because I think Zoom clips just gives you it makes you look like you have like a high camera. Obviously, if you're doing a lot of shorts, then your phone is fine. But so I use that. And then from there, I download from Zoom and then I put it in Descript. So you can see my videos here. And then you click into it. This is a video I'm editing right now. I don't know what this pop-up is. It said I recently connected something, but I didn't. So I'm just going to X that out. Okay. And the reason why I love Descript is that if you're using Descript, so usually with a lot of editors, you're kind of like listening through and trying to figure out where to cut, but you can just read through. So you can read through everything that you said. So if you, for example, have a lot of likes and ums and filler words, you can so right here, right? It'll just highlight that for you. And then if that was intentional, you can keep it in. If it wasn't, then you can take it out. And you mentioned that, things are getting expensive. So Zoom Clips is not free. That you do have to pay. Well, Zoom Clips, if you're doing shorts, you can do up to 2 minutes. So if you're doing a short, you can use Zoom Clips and that's okay. But if you're doing long form, then use that. I use Zoom Clips for my business. Well, I use Zoom for my business. So it's already part of like my business cost. So it's not like an additional cost to me. It's just part of like, I need to meet people on Zoom. So that's why I use Zoom clips. But you can obviously just use your regular camera. I just think the quality, do you see this video on Descript versus like me right now? Like I literally recorded this like 10 minutes ago. Like I've not changed anything. So that's just how it looks. Yeah, so if you have Zoom, like regular Zoom, and then you go to the apps, then you click on clips. Yep. And if you have the free Zoom, and you have 2 minutes, so you can create using Zoom clips for 2 minutes each. So I'll say try it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't. And they're always doing promotions and stuff. I think Zoom is doing like 20% off sale right now or something. So yeah, so I will upload my video onto Descript, and as you see, like the words are here, so you can like delete if you want. To what you were saying earlier about paying for things, the only time you really have to pay for this is, let's say I've been editing for a while, so I've manually deleted it because if you look up here, I'm not on a plan right now. Um, but if you pay for it, then you can ask the AI to like delete all the filler words for you. You can ask AI to like if you look at this, you can see like for example, if you paused, right here I paused for 6 seconds, or if you paused for like if you pause for a really long time, like for a second, so the AI would automatically delete this stuff for you. So you don't have to go through and do this manually. I'm not paying for the AI stuff right now, so I will just go through and do it manually. It takes me maybe about 30 minutes to do it, but I mean, for now, I'd rather just pay the 30 minutes and pay for, I'd rather use the 30 minutes and pay for Descript. So that's the way you would edit through. But Descript also can improve your audio if you wanted to improve your audio, if you wanted to improve like the texture of your skin. Like it really does so much. Like if you go over here to where it says AI tools, you can edit for clarity, you can remove filler words, shorten word gaps, increase your sound. If you're someone who does like multiple, like for example, you want to do a long form on YouTube, but then you also want to cut it up for shorts and TikTok, it'll do it for you using the AI tools if you want that. So then it'll edit the whole thing and then break up where it thinks that it'll have the highest turnover, right? The highest click rate to watch your full thing. So these are all here. You can do eye contact, which is kind of scary. Like if you're reading a script and you're not looking at the camera, you can click on eye contact and it'll like move your eye up or something. It's kind of scary. I used it once and I was like, no, thank you. But hey, it's there if you want it. You can create highlight reels. You can draft your YouTube description. So after it reads your script or your transcript, it'll write the description for you. It'll create thumbnails for you. So if you want to pay for it, I do think it has a lot of benefits and it saves time. But if you don't want to pay for it, but you want an editing tool, I still think it's worthwhile. So you can go from Zoom clips from phone and laptop. I'm sure you can do long form Zoom clips on your phone and your laptop. Like I have Zoom on my phone, but I have not used I've not used clips on my phone, but I'm sure if you wanted to do that, they have that as well. And now the only reason why I use Zoom is because again, if you look at this, like at least, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but look how to me, look how clear this looks, right? Look how clear that clip looks versus like how I look right now. Like, and I haven't done anything. um, uh, I'm sorry. What do you want to see in action? I keep switching back and forth from this Descript to this. So can you just repeat what you wanted to see in action? But yeah, I missed what you wanted to see in action, but yeah, so I like these scripts. And also another thing that makes editing easier is that, especially if you don't want to pay for stuff, let's say you have a free, so I mean, all the LLMs are free, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, whatever you use. So since once you upload a video in here, and you can also record in here, once you upload a video in here and it already has everything for you, what I usually do is that I'll take this whole thing. So I've already used my words, I've recorded it. But obviously, we know that when we're free talking for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you have a lot of, I don't, maybe you guys don't do this, but I go on tangents and I just be losing the plot and then I come back. So I will copy everything and then put it into ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT is the best for editing, for just creativity. And then I'll just say, what should I cut out? Right? And then it'll tell me exactly what to cut out. And then since it's words, I would just go in and find the like specific thing and just cut that out. So I can show you an example here. So right here, it's telling me that I couldn't find the chat box. LOL. I want to see the eyes. Oh yeah, the eyes. I don't have I'll try, but I don't think I have any AI credits. Where's eye contact? So yeah, eye contact. Ooh, oh, maybe I do. Let's see. Oh, no, that's opacity. And I also was looking at the camera here, so maybe it doesn't really count. Let's turn it off and see. Oh, actually, do you see that? Oh, it did something. You saw that? Let me do it again. If you're not looking at my screen, come look at my screen right now. Okay. So right now, I don't have eye contact on. So you see how I'm looking down? Let me look at YouTube real quick. Okay, you're looking great. So you see how I'm looking down in the thing, and then I put on eye contact, and you see how my eyes came up? So eyes down, eyes up. You saw that? So creepy. I don't know if you saw it. Let me know if you saw it. It's kind of dope, but it's also kind of creepy. But I think, like, I know for me, when I first started YouTube, and even now, like, I feel more comfortable. I need to get over it, but I feel more comfortable. Like reading from a script because I feel like I don't want to like stutter like I just did, or I don't want to ramble. But then when you read from a script, then you kind of also look like you're not engaged with the audience. So I understand the feature, but it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So I'm just gonna take it off. Um, so I don't look crazy. Someone asked a question. What about after cutting it out? Does it also remove footage? Yeah. So if you cut something out, so let me show you something. So um, when I put the script into, and I'll show you, when I put the script, share this tab instead. When I it told me to cut out a ton of stuff, right? It told me to cut out a few things, and then it also told me to re-record some stuff. So it's just like that wasn't clear, or you could. It said that one, it wasn't clear, and then two, if I kept it in there, because I was making like a topic, people would start arguing about the topic instead of like the point I was trying to make. So they were like, either make it a new video or take it out. So I took it out, and it told me to re-record. So when I deleted it and I re-recorded, because I didn't want to, I was laying on my bed when I was doing this. So because I didn't want to go back and re-record, what I did was I re-recorded this section, and then I just put Nene Leaks over it. Right. So if I had B-roll or something, I'll put it here. But I'm not great at B-roll. But pretty much when you delete, it deletes you talking or doing whatever. And then if you insert anything new in there, for example, if you just re-recorded a portion of it, you can put audio, or you can put a picture over it, or a GIF, or whatever you want to do. My 9 to 5, I work in tech. I work in change management. So a lot of my job is to edit videos and create videos for tech companies. So that is how I did that. B-roll is like you just like hanging out. So like let's say like right now um I cook a lot. So B-roll is you like washing the dishes. You're not necessarily like making anything, but like you're just showing footage of you just walking around, walking the street, whatever. So for example, for things like this, where you need to, oh, you didn't even see, let me go back. I didn't switch my screen. I'm sorry. So for example, here where I had to re-record this passage, I didn't have any footage that made sense to put in here. Right? So maybe if I was writing or if I was thinking or something, I would have put that, but I didn't have it. So I just put Nene Leaks in that box. If not, if I didn't put Nene Leaks, then it would have just been a black box, which I don't want. So if you had B-roll, if you're doing something, then you could just put that over so the audience is not looking at a black screen. But yeah. Let me come back. Filler, yeah, that's a good filler footage. That's a good way to use it too. Yeah, but I really like Descript. I've been using it for a while. I use it for work. I use it for YouTube as well. Obviously, if you pay for it, you get way more features, and it just makes the whole editing process much faster. If you don't pay for it, you can still do a lot of the same things. It'll just take your manual labor, right? So, for example, depending on how comfortable you are with AI, like I said, I just had to delete this paragraph that you're seeing, and then I had to re-record it. If I was using AI, the AI would have re-recorded it and like put a voice on it or something like that, right? So um, it's really, it depends on, are you willing to spend the money, and or do you have the time? So those are things to think through. But that's the main thing of Descript. And like I said, I also love Descript because you're the person that's kind of like in your head about it. I like the fact that you can take it and then put it into like them, and then it'll tell you like where to cut out. It'll tell you what doesn't sound right and stuff like that. And then ultimately you can make that judgment call. If you're like, no, I meant to say this and I want to keep it in, then obviously keep it in. But it's nice to just have like a editor just kind of go through for you, and then you can delete it and go from there. So yeah. What questions do we have, if any? So I think use Descript for free and see how you feel about it. And then if you like Descript, then obviously keep using it. If you don't like it, then no harm, no foul. People use Descript and CapCut, so you play with both of them before you make a decision, right? Because I think CapCut is like really, obviously CapCut is on your computer, but it's really convenient for your phone. I I haven't used Descript on my phone. They probably have an app, but I haven't used it on my phone. But I know people love CapCut. I use when I was like big in TikTok, when I was in my TikTok days, I loved me some CapCut. And actually kind of sad because I think I stopped using CapCut when they started charging and doing all this foolishness. But CapCut was, she was the girl for editing videos. But I think Descript is just, since it's part of like my work, it just makes sense. Yeah, you can use CapCut on your computer. So it just makes it easier. And I feel like, like all those memes of like millennials need a desktop for serious work. I feel like that's me. I'm like, oh, let me go on my desktop to like edit for real. Um, I think the thing is that, like you said, it's 1999, but I think things add up. So for me, I'm just like, what is the one thing that'll get the job done? And since I already used Descript for work, it's just like, okay, that's just one thing I need to pay for, and also just one thing I need to learn, right? Versus like for CapCut, unless it was really doing something different. And you know what? I'm going back to like doing shorts and Instagram, so maybe I'll check out CapCut again. But um, so who knows? But I do love me some Descript. I think Descript works on all. I haven't transparently, because I do long form, I haven't really spent much time exploring Descript on my phone. But let me just confirm before you call me a liar. Okay, Descript AI video editor. Yeah, so they have an app. So, and it has 4.5, so it seems to be pretty good. 10 million downloads. So if you want to play with that too, I would definitely play with that. Oh, is CapCut 19.99 a month? Yeah, I think depending on how much you think you're going to use things, if it's 19.99 a month, I think Descript is cheaper, even on a monthly basis, but it's also just cheaper on a yearly basis. And I think it also forces you to come to get on your Zoom, because it's just like if you're paying for something and you know you're paying for it, then you might as well use the tools. But yeah, Descript is on all devices, and I would check out the payment plans and see what happens. And if you're in school, if you work for government, if you work for a nonprofit, any of those things, I would definitely check out to see if they have any discounts before you pay for anything. Yeah, I would say for the next week or so, try out Descript and see like, oh, does this work for me? Does it not? And then if it works, then try it out a little bit more. If it doesn't, then adios. So yeah, but I do like it quite a bit. What else do y'all use? I feel like I've tried so many random things, but I think right now I don't really use Canva anymore. So right now the main things I use is Descript, and then Descript also like does well. I don't have any more credits, so now I have to do my own thumbnails. But I try Gemini usually just does my thumbnails for me, but they're not as pretty because they make me look weird. So I need to find a better way to do my thumbnails if I can't do it through Descript. Or maybe I just need to just pay Descript and call it a day. Who knows? But how do y'all do your thumbnails? Is it ZoomCap? You use ZoomCap for your thumbnails? Oh, so Zoom Clip. So I use Zoom Clip to record, then I download it, and then Descript to edit. I appreciate the recap. Yeah. You use ChatGPT for thumbnails. Yeah, I feel like the ChatGPT, they have a pretty good whatchamacallit these days. Their imagery is pretty good. If I'm using AI for any images, I'll try to start with Gemini because they have Nano Banana, and then I will use ChatGPT. But that's really dependent on like credits. Because the only thing I pay for, obviously, I pay for Descript when I just need to get stuff done because it's just faster. But I don't pay like the maximum plan. I just pay for it when I need it. And then I pay for Zoom for work. And then I also pay for Claude. But Claude isn't great with images. So can't really use that. Ooh, tell me more about the thumbnail I want. What do you mean it doesn't offer thumbnails? I haven't seen an option for YouTube to like make my thumbnails. I think because like the only time I see the thumbnails is like it takes stills from your recording or whatever, but then it doesn't give you any words, so that's not helpful. People don't just stop. I feel like my face is like decent, but people just don't stop just because my face. Ask Studio. Let me Google that. Ask Studio. Yeah, I feel like probably the best thumbnails are probably Canva. But I'm not, my strongest suit is not visuals. I agree with like AI creating the same type of generic themes. Yeah, you have to be like really good about your prompting in order to get it to do something that you like. But for now, but I will say at some point I was like, f the thumbnails, and then my views went down. So definitely thumbnails are needed. What do you mean by looking for the intro and outro? Can y'all talk? Can you invite people to talk? How does this work? I don't think you can. Hmm. That's fine, I guess. Oh, like the beginning and outside. I think Descript could definitely do that. Because I think on YouTube when you upload your video, it like kind of asks you to do that, but I think you have to like figure it out yourself, which it just seems like a lot of work. I feel like I'm just trying to like learn how to like upload and have like a good thumbnail and have a good title. Now I have to also like figure out all this other stuff. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I think when you upload the video, it definitely does ask you that, like on the very last slide before you hit publish. But right now, that's above me. But that's smart. I think if I once I'm comfortable and like I'm telling a good story, then I can hop in. Because I think it's also like podcasts, right? When the podcast gives you like the most juicy bit, and then when you hop in, then it starts from the beginning. So I see what you're talking about, but I'm not there yet. What else are people using? Ooh, or yeah. It's in the edit. Yeah, it's really editing is like a big thing, and that's why like things like Descript is like really helpful. Yes, let's have a class. I don't because I want to kind of exit out of this. Oh, maybe I can just open another YouTube page. Duh. Um, let's see. Let me see if this makes sense. Um, So I think if you, okay, yeah, let me show this. Yeah, I would love an editing class because I'd be trying my little 1 2 1 2, but it's always good to learn from other people. So it's for the outro intro. So like you can add different things to like end screens, but you see how you have to like do all this editing? I don't like that. I'm like I already edited someplace else. I don't want to like now find another place to edit, but you can figure that out here and stuff. So if you do, I don't know if shorts are long enough to have these, but if you do long form, you do get a bit more options of what you can do on the back. Screen is black. Oh, okay, let me try again. Sorry. I wonder if it's black because I was showing YouTube. Let me try one more time. Okay, let me know if you can see this. Can you see? You should be seeing my YouTube page on the back end. I wonder if YouTube is blocking because, oh, you see it now? Okay, maybe if you see it. What I was saying is that for the intro, outro, like when you are uploading a video, it asks you like on the back end that you can like edit things back here. So you can definitely do it within YouTube. I'm trying to limit the amount of steps that I do until I get comfortable. I don't want to like give myself too much homework and then I stop posting, you know? But you can definitely do intro, outro within YouTube. But yay. But yeah, I would love, love, love a class on what tools people are using, how people even come up with ideas, all of that, and how people even like read their data. Because I try to like read my data and like figure out like, okay, like what is working well, what is not working well, what should I do? I don't know. I want to be better. So also, Miss Mogul, I saw the thread. I saw that you launched really, really well. Congratulations. There's like the emoji. Can I do emojis? Oh my God, friends, we made it to 30 minutes. I'm proud of me. And thank you for joining my first live. That's pretty cool. We did a thing. Okay, I'm gonna like wait till like 31 before I log out, but this was fun. Hopefully more people can join us. I think I put in the chat, but I can see the form to put in a live, but I can't actually see the calendar. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what. But I just wanted to put that out there. Ooh, if you do a private live, does it count towards your hours? Do you know? Okay, cool. I'll add my email in here. Okay, ladies, we did it. All right, I'm gonna hop off now. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey for number 1. I'll see y'all in the chat. Bye.